violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Person hurt in a shooting at a Metro Atlanta grade school. South Fulton police telling us this was around 2:30 Saturday morning at A. Philip Randolph Elementary.
Wow. A. Philip Randolph Elementary. We have another school shooting. Not to be mistaken for a mass shooting. This is just a school shooting where I believe one was injured. And this is pretty wild because this is an elementary school in Atlanta. Elementary school. Like, kids this young should not be worried about their school being shot up. And obviously this doesn't fit the narrative, so you won't hear much about this. As a matter of fact, the only clips that I could find were less than a minute. But it just goes to show that there's a big cover up when it comes to school shootings. Okay? These super toddler gremlins are on demon time.
Elementary on Campbellton Road. Here's what we know at this hour. It began at a nearby party that moved to the school's parking lot. The shooting happened on school property and happened while South Fulton police officers were patrolling in the area. Just one victim being identified, a 19-year-old from Douglasville.
So it started with a party and then transitioned into the elementary school. The police were in the area, but that didn't deter them at all.
The person shot was taken to Grady Hospital with life-threatening injuries.
New at 6, police investigating a shooting outside a school overnight. It happened around 2:30 this morning. This all happened.
Dang. 2:30 a.m. You know they say nothing good ever happens after 11. And it's just happening everywhere all the time, especially in Atlanta. And there needs to be some light shed on these situations.
And at the A. Philip Randolph School in South Fulton, one person was shot. No word on their condition or what led. A vigil planned for tomorrow for a former high school football coach killed while putting air in his tires. Police say 3 men tried to carjack Brad Coleman at a Quick Trip in Peachtree Corners.
Man, R.I.P. Coach Bradley Coleman. We did this story. You at the Quick Trip. He obviously got caught lacking. And this is an athletic guy, okay? I believe he played college ball. So he was an athlete, man. And damn, it just seems like no matter if you're in good shape, bad shape, if you are an alpha guy, like I'm sure Coach Bradley was, not many people would try him if they didn't have that weapon on them, right? But, nobody is bulletproof. And the Super Gremlins know that, and that's why that is their weapon of choice. Because they know that, for one, it's quick, fast, they can get away with it. And even if he would have given up his car, they probably still would have killed him. That's the worst part about it. These Super Gremlins are on demon time.
Last Sunday, they shot and killed him. Coleman used to coach at Peachtree Ridge High School and was in town from Louisiana to visit his parents. The vigil tomorrow.
Wow, so he was coming from Louisiana, the most dangerous city in the United States right now with the highest murder rate per capita. Comes to Atlanta, which is, I believe, the 7th most dangerous city in the United States. And gets deleted, man.
Is at Lillian Webb Park.
Right now, a North Georgia woman is out of jail this afternoon after claiming American laws don't apply to her. Police say they apply to her and also apply to her fake ID. Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Tony Thomas live in Duluth with video of her encounter with police. Tony.
Wow. So where do you think she got this idea that American laws just don't apply to her? I think that might have been the same mindset that our friend Brittany Griner had, our LGBT friend at that. You know, a lot of these sisters don't know what the word accountability means. They get caught in the wrong and they're trying to make up these reasons why they should be let go or reasons why they were unjustly profiled and whatnot. It looks like this woman is trying to use the more excuse that she is a sovereign citizen and whatnot. And I mean, only the community would fall for some stupid stuff like that.
And Linda, this is a copy of that fake ID police say she gave them. It's called the American Global ID and Liberty Pass. Expires February 2199. Doesn't have a birth date on it for Joyce Marie, but arrived on Earth date.
Lord have mercy. How much money do y'all think she paid for that fake? I mean, seriously.
Now, the back of it, well, it's basically a warning for cops to back off and says it comes from the Continental Sidereal Republic. From the beginning, the woman identified as Joyce Marie Beasley refused to roll down her window for the Duluth officer and claimed she didn't need a driver's license to, quote, maneuver.
And then you wonder why you getting shot down, because you doing all this monkey business when just give them your actual driver's license, you know, your state issued ID, chill, and you will be on your merry way. But no, they got to make a big fuss. They got to make up some type of freaking superstition or whatever to justify why they shouldn't be held accountable for breaking the laws under the jurisdiction of whatever state they're in.
You had no right to pull me over, so there you go. Look at that. I don't want to talk.
Well, sure. Do you have your driver's license with you?
Police ultimately did pull Beasley out of her car, but not without continued protest.
Move out of the way. I'm going to get out.
You're
Move.
going to step out.
Kick your...
She was obviously very irate.
Wow, she threatened to kick him too. See, if that was a man, she would have got drug out. Drug straight out.
Right, being stopped and asked if she was being detained, and you know, the officer on scene said yes, she was, and he handled it appropriately.
Beasley at one point called a man who identified himself as the Consulate General of the nation of Moors.
She has the right to travel.
Okay.
She's not a United States citizen.
I'm dead. Oh man, she tried to call her sponsor. Community, please do not get fooled by this scam. These super sister gremlins are on demon time.
Police disagreed. And after they say they found some marijuana in her car, she spent 2 days in jail before making bond.
This appears to be like a sovereign citizen. She claimed that she doesn't need a ID to travel or a driver's license to maneuver, she claimed.
I just don't want nobody trying to kidnap me, and that's what I'm being done, is kidnap.
Now, we tried tracking Beasley down, but couldn't find anyone in Georgia listed by that name. Live in Duluth, Tony Thomas, Channel 2 Action News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Oh, it absolutely makes the streets safer.
Georgia does not have
a gang problem. Georgia has a gang crisis.
We're going to get the worst of the worst off of our streets.
And I'm really rocking with Fani Willis here, especially what the previous glider said as well. Georgia doesn't have a gang problem. It's a gang crisis, all right? And that's real spill, y'all. That is the real deal. There is a gang crisis, and I'm glad that Fani Willis is actually following up on this and, you know, attempting to make the streets safer.
Those that are terrorizing our communities, being in gangs, committing violence against us.
What do gangs thrive on? Hyper-violent exhibits of force in public.
It's a new day in the city of Atlanta and the city of Atlanta Police Department. In fact, that we acknowledge the fact that we have a gang problem.
Atlanta Police Captain Ralph Woolfolk says soon after our interview, Atlanta Police, Fulton Sheriff's deputies, ATF, and prosecutors from the Fulton County DA and State AG would hit the street for the latest chapter of Operation Heatwave during the hot months of summer to try to make Atlanta's streets too hot for some of the city's most dangerous gang members.
Operation Heatwave's already having an impact. We were able to take out some of the highest ranking Rolling 60 Crip gang members here in the city of Atlanta. All of those individuals were no bonded at their next day in their court appearance for Fulton County DA. And
Woolfolk.
Nice. And that homicide detective, he's pretty much working on every case. He's pretty much the sole reason why Atlanta is even livable. Right? Because he's been, you know, busting his behind to make sure that people get their day in court and people are served justice, and, you know, definitely have a lot of respect for this officer here.
Says Heatwave uses numbers and police intel to focus on one geographic gang stronghold at a time.
there's a lot of research and back-end work that has been done to identify the specific gangs in which we are targeting and the specific bad actors that are playing in these specific spaces.
Our people are out on the street with the police department while we were making arrests.
And they know what's coming up in court.
And that Heatwave is one of two major gang efforts we got an inside look at in one day.
What these two things show you is that we've gotten serious about gangs and removing violent offenders from our community.
The other?
We're all showing the same hand sign, wearing the same colors, using the same terminology and language.
A crash course on gang cases by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office to investigators from across APD and other departments.
75 to 80% of the violent crime we have here, gang motivated.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis says the crash course grew out of a conversation with interim APD Chief Darren Shearbaum about the need for more gang warrants and in-depth gang investigations.
Recent months, you've had two high-profile gang racketeering cases. Are there going to be more?
Oh, in the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
Let's work. Let's work. All right. She ain't playing with y'all. She is not playing. And this is the role model that sisters should be looking up to, because we've got so many situations where women are deleted by their boyfriends, a lot of them being gang members. So she is actually out to protect black women. But even a lot of black women in the streets don't see it that way. They'll still like to shame her and threaten her, black men alike. So when we do have a sister who is actually walking the straight and narrow and trying to make the city a safer place for everybody, then we need to acknowledge that, and we need to uplift this sister, okay? Because she knows about the issue, she knows about the crisis, the problem, the epidemic, and she knows these super gremlins are on demon time.
About the need for more gang warrants and in-depth gang investigations.
Recent months, you've had two high-profile gang racketeering cases. Are there going to be more?
Oh, in the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.